So for the past year, I've been seeing a lot of content geared toward romanticizing your life. I do feel like a lot of content creators are talking about it, but I feel like they're not really telling us how to romanticize our lives. Everybody's like, romanticize your life, but it's like, how do we do that? And then I also see people in the comments of those videos like, I don't have anything to romanticize. My life is not romantic. Like, there's nothing for me to romanticize in my life. And while I do understand why you may feel like that, I want to let you know that there is always something to be grateful for. There is always something to give thanks for. There's always blessings coming to you. You just have to see them. You have to train your mind to see the good in your life. Most things in life are going to depend on your perspective. So how are you looking at a certain situation? Is it really bad, or are you just looking at it out of a lens that is like, this is bad? Because whatever you constantly look for and talk about and complain about is what you're going to see, which is why when you have a bad day, like when your morning starts off bad, something may happen, maybe you stub your toe on the bed, everything starts to piss you off after that because you're already upset and you're already complaining. You're already looking at the glass as half empty. And I want to be clear, this isn't me saying for you to be fake positive, but I'm just saying, like, the things that you look for in the day, you're going to find them. I don't know if you've ever played the game in the car as a kid where you're looking for a certain car color. You're always going to find that car. If you're looking for a white car, it's going to seem like so many white cars are around you because that's what your brain is looking for. So quite naturally, if you're looking for the bad in your life and you're saying, I can't romanticize my life, there's nothing good in my life, there's not going to be anything good in your life, no matter what your circumstances are. I know you have to be careful today because everyone is so sensitive, and I hate to say that, but society has been conditioning people to be more sensitive. Like, I love that we're more aware, but it's like any little thing you say, somebody's going to feel like you're attacking them. So I'm not necessarily attacking people who are going through, unbearable circumstances. And I'm not saying like you need to find the positivity in life. Obviously, if you are going through like terrible circumstances, this is not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about romanticizing everyday habits or everyday things that you do. Because when you do that, it can make your life a little bit more enjoyable. And no, romanticizing life will not make everything perfect. Life is obviously full of ups and downs. You're going to have good days, you're going to have less than good days. But what I'm saying is romanticizing your life can give you a different approach, a different perspective, and just a different way of looking at things. So even if you have a less than good day, maybe you can start to see it differently so it won't even seem that bad. I'm going to let you know some of the ways that I romanticize my life every single day. I do want to be transparent and say that I do not work a traditional job, so my schedule is a tad bit different than most people's. Although I do go to work at 9 a.m. at the gym, I am an entrepreneur. So my morning may look a little bit different. My afternoon may look a little bit different. I just want to be transparent in saying that because I don't want y'all to say, I can't do this, I work a job. Like, this is just what I do. This is my life. And if you want to, you can tailor it to fit your life. I've been doing these things for 5 years. Like, I've had the same exact morning routine for 5 years, which is why I know it works. Like, I know the things that I'm going to tell you in this video are going to be amazing. They're going to be life-changing, even though they're very small. Like, I don't live this like super extravagant life, but the little things that I do mean so much to me, and they make my life so meaningful. The first way that I romanticize my life is by waking up early. Now, obviously, waking up early is not going to be a life changer. It's what you do when you wake up early. So like, time is not going to be the deciding factor in your life, but it's what you do with that time that decides things in your life. I love waking up early because, one, nobody is talking to me. My phone is usually always on do not disturb. And this is by design. I do not want to talk to somebody as soon as I open my eyes, because you just never know what that person is going to say and the type of energy that they're going to give you early in the morning. If my phone is not on do not disturb, I ignore everything. Like, the days that I kind of forget to put my phone on do not disturb and somebody calls me at like 8 in the morning, I just ignore it. I don't want to hear what you have to say, and there is nothing that you need to say to me at 8 in the morning that you can't say a few hours later. Furthermore, I don't know why people think it's okay to call you early in the morning, but we can kind of discuss that at a later date. Like, I don't think I would call somebody at like 6 in the morning, but that's neither here nor there. I do not talk to people early in the morning. This is my time to relax and reflect and just to get up, open my eyes, see how I feel about the day. And I want to stress that you want to be intentional with your mornings, which is why I said I do not want to talk to people in the morning. You want to be intentional with your mornings because how you start your morning is, I'm not going to say like it determines how your exact day is going to go, but 9 times out of 10, if you're having a good morning, that's going to bleed over into the rest of your day and you're going to have an amazing day. So waking up early is always key, and I'm going to tell you the things that I do when I wake up early in these next habits. The second way that I romanticize my life is by making tea, and I know that sounds so small, but it's so intentional when I do it. It makes me so happy in the morning. So after I've gotten up in the morning, I immediately, I drink some water and then I immediately go make some tea. And recently I've been using these loose herbs and then I add some honey and some apple cider vinegar. I just love boiling my herbs on the stove. I love putting my apple cider vinegar in my mug. I love putting my honey in my mug and stirring it and just breathing and relaxing. And even while I'm waiting on the tea, when it's in the pot on the stove, either I'm just kind of sitting there in silence waiting on it, or I'm listening to a podcast. Well, podcast or YouTube video from my favorite YouTubers or my favorite podcasters where they're basically just talking like this to the camera. Now, I'm not really one to use social media in the morning. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm never on social media in the morning. I'm human. Sometimes I want to get on social media, but for the majority of my mornings, I do not get on social media, but I do like to listen to my YouTubers and my podcasters, and I just love getting that positive message, those positive reinforcements or affirmations, or just them telling me how I can improve, how I can better myself. I love listening to that as my tea is brewing. And recently I've been listening to Andre 3000's new Flute album. It is just so peaceful in the morning when I'm just waiting, because sometimes I don't even want to hear words. Sometimes I'm kind of all podcasted, YouTubed out, and I just need some instrumental music. Andre 3000's new Flute album has been getting me through the morning. And when I take my first sip of tea, I just always feel so blessed. I don't know, as soon as I sit down and I just have that first sip of tea, I'm just this is going to be a good day. No matter what is going on in my life, if I have my tea, I am okay. It's just a really nice moment. And furthermore, the tea that I do drink, the herbs and the apple cider vinegar and the honey, it just helps with my digestion. So drinking that on an empty stomach in the morning is just amazing for me. And I feel like somebody's gonna ask, what type of herbs do you use? It really varies. I love boiling mint, just straight mint leaves. You can get them from the grocery store, or ginger or oregano. Love oregano tea. If you're ever sick, drink some oregano tea. Literally just boil it, add what you need to add, and you're not gonna be sick no more. The third way that I romanticize my life is by journaling. You all have heard me talk about journaling before. I love being able to just do a brain dump and get my thoughts out on paper. And I've been journaling for, like I said, 5 years now. So I have so many journals. I love going back to read them. Not often, because I don't need to be revisiting the past, but I do like going back to read them. I love journaling because I just love getting my thoughts out so that it's not all jumbled. And I also do affirmations at the end of my journaling. So I don't typically do journal prompts on an everyday basis, but I'll just write out what I'm thinking about, how I feel, what I'm anxious about, what I'm grateful for, and then I'll do my affirmations. So those are just affirmations that are geared to me and things that I want in my life. I typically journal in the morning. So while I'm drinking that tea that I just told y'all about, I'm journaling, and it's a vibe. Don't let the sun be out. I be feeling like I'm in Cabo somewhere, literally. I just love it so much. And even aside from journaling, I also have a gratitude list. I make a few of them just because I do it in my notes, because I just do it as the day goes. So whatever good thing happens to me, I literally write it in my gratitude list in my notes. Right now, I've been splitting it up month by month because it'll be a list of 30 things. So I don't want to have to keep scrolling. So I've been doing November gratitude list, and then I'll do my December gratitude list, and it can be the smallest thing, but I just want to make sure I'm writing down all the good that happens to me. I do not write down the bad things that happen. And because I'm writing down such good things, I just train myself to think that it's a good day, but I'd be damn, so many good things happened to me today. overall it was a good day, no matter if one bad thing happened. And just to give you an example of how my gratitude list might look, like it can be the smallest things. Like I'll be like, got to catch up with a friend on a FaceTime call, or got to talk to a family member, got a sale in my business. Like I literally write down things as I experience them, and I'd be like, damn, I had such a good day. The fourth way that I romanticize my life is through exercising. Y'all already knew I was about to say that. Being active just makes me feel so good, and I just love moving my body, especially in the morning. And I typically do this after I have my tea. So it literally goes wake up early, tea, journal. So I do it after I journal, and then I'll go to the gym because I'll have a client, or I work myself out and then I have a client, but I am in that gym and it just feels amazing. I love sweating. I just love getting myself moving and just releasing the energy. Y'all know I'm also a yoga instructor, so I truly feel like if you're not moving your body, your energy is like stuck inside of your body. You need to move to get through some of your emotions. And it may sound crazy to you, but as soon as you start being active, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I've talked to people before and they're like, I'm so annoyed. I need to go work out. I need to go take a walk. You need to do that because you have to release the emotions from your body. So I do that by lifting weights in the gym, but I also have been walking. I told y'all that I am also on a walking journey. So I take outdoor walks, and that's really when I be romanticizing my life, because you're in nature. No matter what your neighborhood looks like, no matter what your surroundings look like, it's a tree somewhere. You walking on the ground, it's dirt, like it's the sun, the sky. You're gonna see something. No matter what your surroundings look like, nature is always going to be so beautiful. But you have to find that beauty. I'm not gonna lie, there are some days where maybe I walk and it's a little gloomy because it's still early, but I don't be caring. If I can feel the breeze and I'm outside and I see a tree or something, I'm okay. I feel good. And most times on my walks, I'm listening to my podcast and my YouTubers that I told y'all about earlier. I'm always just listening to something that gives me those good feelings, those good affirmations, those positive reinforcements, those good messages. And I would also like to note that walking outside is free. This is a free way to romanticize your life. And it's always so funny because I typically walk on a nature trail, or I go to the beach and I walk, because the beach that I go to has this like trail. Girl, it's free and I love the view. So I always take pictures and videos and I put them on my Instagram, and like people will be like, oh my God, like your life is so amazing. Babes, it's free. I just walked outside. Like that's all I did. But when you see the beauty in the small things that you do, your life is going to seem extravagant. Like I will literally be walking in my nature trail or at the beach and I'll be like, this is so beautiful and I can't believe it's free. Thank you, God, that I get to experience this. I often say like, thank you, God, that I get to experience this, because I mean, I get it. Everybody's not going to be able to go walk at the beach or go walk, in nature, but I do. So one, I'm not going to take that for granted, and that helps me romanticize it as well. When I'm giving thanks, I'm giving gratitude. I'm like, thank you for allowing me to be here in this body at this moment in this lifetime to experience this beautiful view. The fifth thing that I do to romanticize my life is staying in on the weekends. I know you're probably thinking, how is she romanticizing while staying in? It is so easy to do, but you just have to be intentional. Like I said, like the time is not going to decide how you feel. What you do is going to decide how you feel. So even though I stay in, I make it a whole production. Like I'm not just staying in, like just sitting here scrolling on Instagram. I'm not doing that. So one thing that I love about staying in is taking a nice hot long shower, especially like on a Friday night or a Saturday night. Nice hot shower, really getting into my skincare. And I'm not just talking about my face, I'm talking about my whole body. Like I only use exfoliation gloves. I am not a washcloth girly anymore. And I actually have all my skincare stuff on my Amazon storefront. It'll be in the description box, but I only use exfoliation gloves. And like even just with my face, like having a nice cleanser, having a good toner and a moisturizer. Like y'all know I don't do a whole bunch on my face. I'm not the 12-step skincare girly, but the things that I do, I am so intentional with them. It's not about how many skincare products you have. It's about the time that you take with the skincare products that you do have. So don't think that to romanticize your life, you have to go to Sephora and Ulta and you have to get 12 items. You don't have to do that. I literally use use black soap, ice, witch hazel, and shea butter. That is all I use on my face, but I take my time so it feels amazing. Oh, and I also have a face mask, the Aztec Healing Clay Mask. I use that like once a week, but I make sure I'm just taking my time with myself. And then even after the skincare, I usually do make some tea if I'm in for the night on the weekends, and then just like laying on the couch in my robe and watching like one of my comfort shows. My comfort shows are all Black sitcoms, by the way. So it's either going to be Girlfriends, it's going to be The Parkers, Sister, Fresh Prince, Living Single. It's going to be one of those. And then going to sleep at a reasonable time. I love going to sleep at a reasonable time on the weekends. There is nothing that I love more. I do not want to be out all night. Staying in and doing all of that just makes me feel so good. Like it just don't matter how the day went. When I get to decompress and I sit on that sofa and I watch my sitcoms and my face is clean, my body's clean, I feel so good. The sixth way that I romanticize my life is by going out. So we talked about staying in and how you can romanticize staying in, but when I go out, I also make that a whole production. It's a blessing to be able to go out and enjoy life either by yourself or with your friends. So the way that I romanticize when I am going out is, one, by getting myself together. So doing my makeup. I know like y'all rarely see me with makeup on here because I be in the house. Like did my skincare, I'm not putting on no makeup. But when I'm finna go outside, I put my makeup on, my perfume, my earrings, my skincare be cool, my outfit be cool. And then even going out, just really soaking up the moment and being in the present. I don't like people who are like constantly on their phones while they're out. I do understand like you want to get the content, but after you get the content, get off your phone. Really soak up the atmosphere. Like, are you at a new restaurant? Because like I know like my friends love to try new restaurants. Are you at a new restaurant? Really take in the aesthetic, take in the food, the aromas, the taste. Immerse yourself in wherever you're at. Be present and really enjoy your company or the company of the people that you're around. And then I always go back to this, really think about how you're grateful for that moment, because everybody's not going out. Everybody ain't got friends to go out with. Everybody don't feel comfortable going out by themselves. Like some people are, you know, not going out. So really take that experience and make it your own and feel grateful and blessed by that. Try new food, go to new places, do new things, like really get out there and enjoy your life, because these days are not coming back. This is the oldest that you're ever going to be right now. And you constantly just keep getting older every day. Getting older is not bad, but I'm saying obviously when you get older, we're all gonna die one day, is what I'm saying. We're all gonna die one day. Live your life to the fullest right now. And the seventh way that I romanticize my life is by taking good care of my skin. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because I already talked about it with the staying in, but taking care of my skin has been a game changer in my life because I take my time. I take my time when I wash my face. I take my time when I am using my toner, when I'm moisturizing my face, and even with my body, I take my time when I'm washing my body. I take my time when I'm moisturizing my body. Like I'm not just rushing through the motions. Really take time to feel the water on your skin. Be grateful that you even got clean water to take a shower with, because everybody doesn't have that. These are things that you do every day, but you can make them so luxurious. You can make them so magnificent if you just change your perspective and take a little bit of time. Slow down. I feel like we're always moving so fast. We want to get this done. We want to do this. Take your time with things and you're going to romanticize them. I hope that this video showed you that you can romanticize even the smallest things in your life, down to brushing your teeth, down to cleaning your face, down to getting in the car, starting the car, driving through nature, walking through nature. I hope that this showed you that every single thing that you do is truly luxurious and magnificent. The fact that you're in this body during this time and you get to do all the things that you're doing, the fact that you have a device to watch this video on, you are truly blessed. But you have to start really seeing your blessings, and the more that you start to see them, you're going to attract in more blessings. I thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm going to leave it down below in the description box, and I'm also going to leave my business down below. I am a personal trainer and a yoga instructor. I offer workout plans and meal plans, all the things, and you know you can always use the code YouTube for a discount. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.